the first 3-4 months, it was a nightmare, literally a nightmare. It was a very hard time over there, trying to calm down the people. But then when you are doing the same thing, saying the same thing over and over again for 3-4 months, it gets to your mind. When you impose a lockdown, the people affected are those who are earning their daily wages. Either you die of corona, you die of hunger. What do we do at that time? We are also human. We also know the problem, but we have our orders that lockdown has to be imposed.
Yeah.
So that was also very, I would say, a moral dilemma for us, whether to stop them, whether to chase them out. That was difficult for us.
Let me compliment you on behalf of your alma mater, Goa Institute of Management, for your service and contribution to our country. I know that you have taken several initiatives during COVID-19 in Manipur. So first, tell us how situation in Manipur right now, and if you can share with us some of the preventive and containment steps which you have taken.
The situation is that of reconciliation. Earlier, there was a sense of panic, but now people have probably realized that you have to live with corona. When it started in March, people were starting to arrive in hordes in trains and flights, and the administration was ill-equipped to handle all those things. Although it was well-intentioned, but they were ill-equipped to handle it. And it was, for the first 3-4 months, it was a nightmare.
The kind of work you have undertaken, the initiatives in quarantine, so if you can tell a little bit more about on that aspect.
It's nothing special. It's all on the line of duty. If I speak about the quarantine centers, I was handling this transit quarantine center. It's when the flight arrives in the airport, Airport Authority of India does not give permission for the passengers to stay in the airport for a very long time. So what you have to do is that you have to get the passenger out of airport and have to keep it in some places. From that place, from every district, the bus will come or the vehicle will come, the DC will send it, and then from there you have to send it to their respective districts where they will be kept in the quarantine center. This was what was happening earlier. What the problem was, first of all, you didn't have any proper place near the airport where you could handle such lot of passengers. So we were utilizing all the private schools. They are still closed now. So we didn't have a choice. People were huddled up like herds over there. They were huddled up and they were panicked. It was a very hard time over there, trying to calm down the people. But then when you are doing the same thing, saying the same thing over and over again for 3-4 months, it gets to your mind. Literally gets to your mind. So that was the problem that we faced at that time.
The non-serious attitude among public, it's a cause of concern at many places even now. So behavior change is a big issue. So how you are dealing with, your administration is dealing with, what are some of the challenges you're facing there?
Well, personally, I would say, ma'am, as you were saying, when you are doing your duty for around 12 to 14 hours a day, 7 days a week straight, and then you come home and you see that some people are partying over at the streets, and then your mind just flew off. It's very difficult to maintain a composure at that time. Even now also, man, some people are not very serious about wearing masks and using sanitizers and washing your hands. These are the only things that
can save
in our arsenals that we can use to combat corona at this time. That we have understood now. One thing about this position of lockdown. When you impose a lockdown, the people affected are those who are earning their daily wages on a day-to-day basis. Probably the question comes up in their mind that either you die of corona, you die of hunger. Whether to die of corona than hunger. So, what do we do at that time? We are also human. We also know the problem, but we have our orders that lockdown has to be imposed.
Yeah.
So that was also very, I would say, a moral dilemma for us, whether to stop them, whether to chase them out. that was difficult for us.
Any high points that you think, oh, very good, and that's given you that, yes, the momentum is going on and we can together fight against this pandemic?
Well, when you see some people selflessly doing their work, like for us, it's a job for us. But then we come across people who are volunteers, who we didn't ask for help, but they themselves come out from the community, from the Red Cross, even some doctors. I mean, like when we see them, it's inspirational for us also. And here are some person who does not need to do these things, who just can stay in their house comfortably and watch from their television what is going around here. But then they come out and help us. So those are the times that reaffirms our trust in humanity.
Any message?
You have to be broad in what you think. Yeah. Only then you can have a broad thinking.
I completely agree with you, and it's business school need to change. The whole management education needs to change, and I see that that change is happening.
Don't be afraid to make decisions. If you don't make a decision, you'll never know whether it's the right decision or the wrong decision. So go ahead and make a decision in life.
What a wonderful thought.